All right, Shalom. Like to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Waha Kodash Rakah Barakathum. To all the Akim that's teaching this word of sincerity and truth. Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right. Now, I was reading this account here in the book of 1 Samuel, the 17th chapter, and it deals with King David. Okay, King David, had a mighty moment, in the Lord. The Lord, used him as his hand, and man, this is great faith that, us servants of the Lord, the hopeful elect, we have to have, remembering these accounts in which we read in the scriptures and how the Lord don't forsake, his men, because, I'm pretty sure brothers know about this because obviously, we in this truth, and you can read this as a story as well. King David took down the mighty Philistine, and I would love to make a comparison, today, as if that Hamite, the Philistine, today is the Edomites. All right. And we're David. So let's read. It says 1 Samuel 17:32. And David said to Saul, "Let no man's heart fail because of him. Thou servant will go and fight with this Philistine." So David said, look, let me go fight. He had the spirit of the Lord on him. It says verse 33. And Saul said to David, "Thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but of youth, and he a man of war from his youth." So it shows you David was a young man. All right. It says verse 34. And David said unto Saul, "Thou servant kept his father's sheep. And there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him." Right. So David, he did something courageous, something that a regular man wouldn't do. Here it is, David was, tilling to his father's sheep, taking care of the sheep. And one sheep got grabbed up by a lion, and what did David do? David chased down that lion and smote the lion to get the sheep back, man. That's in comparison, to us in this truth today, here come a potential fruit. He may come across the camp and start listening, but then guess what? There comes the wicked one, to wash away what he heard, and if that brother, a beautiful brother, you might just reach out to him, you reach out to him. "Hey, what's up, brother? What happened?" And hey, man, he stick around. If he's a man of the Lord, he gonna stick around. You're gonna be able to pull him back. I believe also Yahweh Shai in the parable, he said, if 99 sheep and one fall away, are you not going to go chase after that one sheep out of 99 sheep? Roughly paraphrasing it. So David showed courage. He showed courage. He showed heart. And that's something that we got to have in this truth. This is why, the Lord chose you. Let me say the Lord chose you. The Lord called on you, and hopefully the Lord chose you. All right. But he called on you to do this work because you got the courage to do it. You got the heart to stand up against the evildoer, So it says, and David said to Saul, "Thou servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Thou servant slew both the lion and the bear." So not only David fought lions, he fought a lion, he fought a bear, man. It says, "And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defiled the armies of the living power." And in comparison today, we're not physically fighting lions and bears, but spiritually we are, man, because we're fighting against these damn demons, man. All right. Trying to gainsay against the truth. We out, the Lord's servants are out to break down the strongholds. And to break down a stronghold, you got to be able to have that strength. You got to have faith, you know, because Satan is like a roaring lion. You know, you got the lies, the demonizing that they portray to put upon us. All right, to demonize us as if we're evil, and we only come to you to speak the truth in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, so we're fighting against the lion and the bear as well as King David, man. So it says, "Thou servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defiled the armies of the living power." All right, and Esau, hey, you know, I'm just doing a comparison as if the Philistine today is the Edomites. All right, this mighty giant. All right, because that's what these Edomites are. They are mighty giant right now to the Israelites. You know, and guess what? He defiled the armies of the living power. He talks his shit. He boasts against the heavenly Father, man. Okay, verse 37. David said, "Moreover, the Lord Yahweh that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of the Philistine." And Saul said unto David, "Go, and the Lord Yahweh be with thee." So you gotta, when you visualize that, you know, you see Saul talking to David and David showing great faith. You know, do David courage. You know, by that you can tell Saul believed in him. You know, hey, this young man, you know, I wasn't going to send you out because you a young man. You know, you don't have the experience. You know, but he spoke of great faith in a mighty act that happened with him when he was only tilled into the Lord, his father's sheep. You know, so Saul sent them out, man. You know, hey, man, hey, this is faith, man. This is faith, man. You know, and we're stacked against all odds. All right, these devils want to threaten your life. You know, they want to threaten your life and threaten your family and all that shit. Man, look, man, we got to be as like David, man. You know, we got to have that great faith, knowing that the Lord going to lift up a standard when they shall come in like a flood. You know, to be the battle axe and the weapon of war for the Lord, man. You know, we ain't no bitches, man. All right. It says, verse 38, and Saul armed David with his armory, and put him, and he put an helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with the coat of a male. And David girded his sword upon his armor, Salakia, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off of him. So here it is, you know, Saul dressing him up like, look, you about to go to war like a warrior. Put the armor on him, the helmet on him, breastplate, gauntlets, you know. And David said, you know, I can't wear this, man, because I have not proved myself in this armor wear. David knew what he was good at. He had his sword, man, his slingshot. Yo, this is beautiful, man. You know, hey, I'm gonna read that again. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. And he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook, and put them in a shepherd's bag which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. So look, man, I'm excited because this just hit me. Look, man, you guys on this gun shit, get out of that dumb shit, man. Get the fuck out of that dumb shit, that carnal ass trying to grab guns up because you afraid of Esau, man. We're not afraid of Esau, man. We don't need no guns, man. All we need is the faith and our hope in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's what David came in. David came in the spirit of the Lord, man. All right? He could have put on the armory. He could have took the weapon in his hand. You know, he could have done all that, but he took it off. He said, I'm not proved. I wasn't proved into this war armor yet. But I know what I'm good at. Let me go out there and what I want to use, all right, which is a slingshot. You see? This man, I'll read it again. Verse 40. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in the shepherd's bag which he had, even in the scrip. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance. So the Philistine looked upon David and said, look at this nigga. You know, this small little puny, this weakling. You know, I'll run right through this guy. He can't be my challenger, you know? He looked down upon him, man, because he was ruddy and because he was of a fair countenance. He was a young man. He didn't look like a man of war. You know, it's not all about the appearance, man. The Lord said he looked within the inward part of man, man. You see? It's all about what's inside you, man. All right? And you working on what's inside you, which is your spirit, man. Fuck the carnal shit, man. We don't need that shit. And the true men of the Lord is not carnal minded, man. The real true men of the Lord have faith in the Lord, man. All right? Right now, reading these scriptures build your faith up. Most High chastised us to build our faith up. And then in the end, he going to increase us to build our faith up, man. That's how this thing works, man. All right? Verse 43. And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog, that thou camest to me with staffs? And the Philistine cursed David and his gods. So he looked at, he said, what am I? And the Philistine looked at David and said, oh, what am I, a dog? What you gonna do to me with that staff? You know? Because he wasn't dressed in the armor to be a warrior. You know? But he was a warrior in the inside of him, man. In which the Lord looked within. He said he looked within the inward part of man. All right? Not the outward appearance. It's not about what it looked like on the outside, man. Verse 44. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thou flesh unto thou fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with the sword, and with the spear, and with the shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. Yeah, I gotta get excited, man. That's right. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord, man. Hey, scriptures tell you the righteous, what is it? Psalms 18. The righteous runneth into it, and they are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. Because that's all we need, man. All right? That's all you need, man. It's the spirit, it's the faith in the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right? Because it's the Lord that's going to show forth his power, man. It's the Lord that's going to use you as his hand. This is the Lord's movie, man. All glory and power goes to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, not us. All right? So let the Lord work. You know, guys, so afraid, if you carnal and you're going after collecting guns, you're afraid, my man. And you're letting Esau know you're afraid, man. You know, you gotta sometimes you gotta know to be patient and let the Lord work, man. All right? So it says, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the power of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. And these Edomites today, man, you are the giant, the Philistine, man. This comparison today, because they have the army, they have the technology, they have the weapons, man. Man, look, check out Esau's weapons, man. They weapons of war, man. Man, these devils got special gadgets, man. They could come to your front door and wave a small handgun, a small hand device to see who all in the house. You know, what they call that, thermal vision or something like that, where they could see your movement, the blood, you know what I'm saying? They got all types of device, man. Compared to us, what we come in, the servants of the Lord. All we have is these scriptures, man. All we have is the name of the Lord. You got niggas trying to collect guns. Man, once them bullets run out, then what you gonna do? When Esau, here it is, you in your house. You niggas is so stupid, man. Here it is, you in your house with, I give you I give you in your house with 40 fucking guns, right? You got 40 guns in there, but you only got 2 hands, all right? And if you do have some family with you and you teaching your family to do that shit, why, it's only 4 of y'all then, man. You know what Esau's gonna do? He's gonna send a shitload of men to your house. You're gonna get drugged out, man. You guys is carnal, and you're gonna be destroyed, man. Scriptures tell you, carnally minded is death, man. But the true servants of the Lord, we come in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Faith. All we have is this Bible. Look at Esau. Esau wants to torture us. He wants to kill us. And all we're doing each week is just reading the Bible. We're just reading a book. We reading scriptures. That's all we doing. And they're terrified. They're terrified because why? It's the spirit of the Lord's mouth. All right, that's 2 Thessalonians. And then the brightness of his coming physically when you see Yahweh Shai and the angels cracking those clouds, man. Because they know through the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is coming back to crack their ass, man. They know it, man. And now they're seeing it. They're seeing it through the true servants of the Lord, man. Teaching the word in sincerity and truth, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. All right. So this is verse 46. This day will the Lord Yahweh deliver thee into my hand, and I will smite thee and take thy head from thee, and will give the carcasses of the hosts of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a power, Yahweh, in Israel. And this is David saying this to the great mighty Philistine, all right, with only a staff and a slingshot in his hand, man. Verse 47, and all this assembly shall know that the Lord Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. So this fight that's happening, this war between Jacob and Esau, this is the Lord's battle. We're fighting in the battle, but this is the Lord's battle, which he won't use his hand, his spirit, to destroy you Edomites, man. All right. So this is the Lord's battle. This is his movie, man. It says, and all this assembly shall know that the Lord Yahweh saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is of the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass, when the Philistines arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, and David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistines. Yo, man, I'm picturing this as I read, man. Yo, David was pumped up. Yo, hey, they coming toward the meet. David ran toward them. Like, what's up? You know how Jake is. What's up? Oh, let me read that again. And it came to pass, when the Philistines arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Now check that out, man. This thing is beautiful. I could keep reading on, but I just want to make a point. Lord willing, I hope this was edifying, man. David beat the mighty Philistine with a slingshot, man, and a stone that sunk into the middle of his head, man. You see? That's the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. The Lord is going to increase our strength in these days, man. All right? And that day, you know, he said he shall lift up a standard when they shall come in like a flood. You know, battle axe and a weapon of war. He's going to give you wings as eagles to fly and to run and not be weary, man. You know, you got to have faith in the Lord, man. The Apostle Ricard did a beautiful video on how your faith is going to get you delivered. You know, what you believe in, man. You know? So, man, I advise brothers to read this again, man. Because this, to me, it pumps me up, man. You know, this warrior moment with David, you know, because I can visualize it. Like if I was there, you know, Esau need to make a movie with Jake, man, playing as David, and really to show you, you know, how this thing went down, man. You know, because, you know, praying, we need to pray, man, and fast to stay strong in the faith, man. And Baba Kushai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he increased our strength, man. You know, so, you know, with that, Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waha Kodash Rakah Barakathum, so Allah Akim that's teaching his word in sincerity and truth. Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. Shalom.